evening and welcome to News Geelong. Hope you all enjoyed a safe and Merry Christmas. On tonight's news, we speak with the Chair of the Geelong Central Business District Task Force following its first meeting last week. We catch up with Geelong Racing Club CEO Paul Carroll and the success of the Boxing Day meeting out at the Geelong Racing Club. And Ian Nichols speaks with John Foss about the Torquay International Surf Film Festival being held down at Beach Road Museum at Torquay. From the Geelong world of sport, the Flying Hawk Nathan Curry updates us with all the news from Avalon Speedway and the Sprint Car Gold Cup racing from Boxing Day night. And from the weather world, we will keep you abreast of the expected New Year weather in and around Geelong and District as we look forward to 2011. The RACV has applied to the Victorian Civil Administrative Appeals Tribunal to amend its permit for a 4-storey 67-unit development to allow a 5-storey 92-unit development at the golf club after Surf Coast Shire Council officers recommended that the council oppose the application. Ian Nichols reports.
Behind me you can see the Torquay Golf Course, a lovely undulating rural golf course that is about to change in a big way. A 5-storey complex is about to start taking place. You may even be able to see some of the excavation site already. It's a $90 million development and it hasn't gone down too well with the locals, particularly those living on the hill above the Spring Creek Reserve. They're going to have part of their view to this lovely ocean blocked. But the bottom line is it's going to happen as a result of a VCAT hearing. The Surf Coast Shire not very happy with the result as we speak with the Mayor, Councillor Dean Webster. Mayor, it seems the Surf Coast Shire is disappointed at the VCAT ruling. It seems to disregard the coastal character.
Yes, it's disappointing that VCAT decided to approve the 5th storey, which brings the development from 16 metres to 19.6, which we think is just pushing the limits a bit far on our coastline.
Yes, it's going to be a standout building, isn't it? It's going to be seen for miles.
It is. It's number 1 Great Ocean Road. It will be seen from the start of the Great Ocean Road, and more importantly, it will be seen at its bulkiest and highest from around the road to the surf club and along our beaches and foreshore areas.
Well, it certainly makes it difficult for council now to preserve the look that we've had for so many years. Are you expecting more applications of this nature?
Well, we'd hope that this doesn't set a precedent for other developments along our coastline, and we will assess every application on its own merit. But we want to be strong on the fact that Torquay will not be the next Gold Coast.
Well, that's right. You don't want those headlines appearing anywhere. And it's not just council. Ratepayers have vented their anger. It's been a long process, hasn't it, going to VCAT? And now we finally have some closure, if you like, but not to everybody's satisfaction.
No, there's certainly lots of members of our community that are not happy because the original application, which we supported and most of the community supported at 16 metres, fitted in with under the ridge line and fitted in with the coastal aspects of our area, and the extra up to 19.6 metres has just gone well beyond that.
And of course we had issues along the way with harvesting of water and other sort of planning issues, but I guess now we just move forward, as they say, and perhaps look at if there is a positive, it'll bring tourism dollars into the Surf Coast Shire.
Yes, we certainly had the water harvesting issue, which was a long and drawn-out issue, but we've had a win-win outcome there. The RACV have got the water, and we get the opportunity to improve the Janjuk Creek with assistance from the fees and payments from that. But yes, I think the overall development is a good development. Council would have just liked it to stay within in the limits of its original permit.
Well, it's certainly going to become an iconic building, and as you've said, we hope there won't be any more quite like this one.
Yes, hopefully VCAT consider our guidelines next time.
In Torquay, by the side of this lovely golf course which is about to change forever, this is Ian Nichols for News Geelong.
Thank you, Ian. The Geelong RSL sub-branch has received a gift of a renovated 25-pound artillery gun from World War II, compliments of Mr Ernie Bruff, a Rattersbrook veteran, to add an important aesthetic to the new look Stage 1 redevelopment at the Geelong RSL.
Well, the cannon, because it is an RSL, we're able to obtain it's a 25 pounder, and the gun, we call it the gun, the big gun now we've got out the front. We were fortunate enough that Rada Trabuc, a World War II veteran and also a prisoner of war, Ernie Brough, because our finances were limited with our stage 1 development, he offered to buy it for us. So a kind donation from Ern, which was $6,000, and we're able to get the gun.
The Geelong Central Business District has certainly received a lot of local comment over recent times, and Geelong leaders from many different aspects of our community have formed an active problem-solving task force to in turn proactively address the issues to turn the tide within the Geelong Central Business District.
Look, it was a good forum. We had some 40-odd people there, from politicians to business owners, real estate agents, council officers. It was a good task force. There was a lot of... one of the things that was good about it was that it allowed us to show people what we actually are doing and where we are going as a city. But it also, out of the task force, come a number of short-term goals that we've got, and as well as a long-term goal. Well, one of the main issues was, was of concern was parking. So what we'll do, we'll put a group together that will collect data and look at parking as a whole. Not just think about what parking is, but have the actual data that says this is working or this is not working.
Are we finding the responsible landowners, the people that own the buildings, playing a vital role in this particular approach?
Well, one would hope they will. Like of course we didn't have every landowner in Geelong. We believe that the cost of doing business, and that includes rent and the like, rent rates, power and all that sort of stuff. The cost of doing business needs to be explored. Find out how much it does cost to do business in the CBD in Geelong, and get some data around that. And then if it says that rents are too high or what, then that's something that we can put to the landlords. I don't believe the centre of Geelong in 30 years' time is what people believe the centre of Geelong is now. But one of the things you would do if you made the Geelong CBD a big box, you would have an attractor at each corner, and that's something that we need to look at. What have we got as an attractor? We've got Westfield down in one corner. We need to look at attractors elsewhere, because and that's all about precinct in the city and giving people an opportunity to move from one to the other. Opening up connectivity. We need student accommodation, we need, shop top living, we need a lot of things, there's a lot of things, but they're not the short-term fixes, Graham, they're the long-term fixes. So, planning is a big thing, and we'll work on Vision 2 with Deakin University and the committee, where we bring the community along to ask what they believe the city will be like in 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and we'll 3D model it, and we'll move that into the future. So there's a lot of long-term visioning stuff that was talked about today, and planning things that we probably need to change a little bit, but it's the short-term fixes that we need to look at and work on immediately.
This is News Geelong, as we go to a break and return with more news after this.